Yeah, of course.
Hello friends, I'm Kanchan from Edify and you are all welcome to the show Edify Learning. Today we have Sitesh Srivastav who has a deep interest in corporate training. He had been training marketing, IT professionals. He has been associated with broadcasting. He has also done a couple of great shows on television. So welcome to the show, Sitesh. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Kanchan, for your kind words, and it is good to connect back with you for the interesting conversations that we bring in to our viewers and listeners. And how have you been?
I'm fine, thank you, Sitesh. Now since morning, my children are glued to this computer screen, and I'm wondering this pandemic has changed all of education, the study style, the examination style. And so I want to know your opinion. Is this change from physical education, from broadcasting type of education in classes to this online education, and most of the children around the world are glued to this computer screen for education. How you feel about it?
So, Kanchan, more than one ways, this pandemic has changed our lifestyle and our thinking towards it. And their change has also come in the lives of children, especially the students, the school-going students. And what it has made us think, obviously, we all know it is about online education. And no CIO or an IT CIO or vice president would be happier than the IT education and the landscape of digitization has been forced by this pandemic, which they had been trying to get it done for many, many years. This pandemic has done it in just one shot, one impact. At the same time, now when it all started, it was very, very critical to understand how students or the learners, rather say learners, would adapt to this online way of studying. Online technologies were always there for the last at least a decade or so, but this time it has actually become a part of our daily life, and that too for many, many hours. But at the same time, I believe that this pandemic has also given everybody a chance to rethink about the way they can pick up the knowledge. Kanchan, you would agree that not every learner is of the same IQ levels and not also of the same EQ levels. So some children pick it up in a different way than others. So the children have got the opportunity to choose between the mode of education today, the way they want it. Similarly, a learner has got some time to think which teacher is a better one rather than going to any one teacher. It is also a time for the educators to think creatively how to generate the interest of their learners or students. So it is something that the companies who are delivering the education, the learners who are taking the education on their will, and the students who have to anyway learn these things as part of their curriculum. So now we hear a long screen times for our students, long screen times for our learners, and also more and more they are now trying to blend in the physical aspect as well as the virtual aspect into the learning part of it. But I would say that this opportunity should be used to understand the inherent capability of myself as a student, myself as a learner. How do I wish to take the knowledge? What do you say?
Yes, actually, what I understand is that some of the people who are waiting for the good times, they feel that once the COVID will go, and then we will again shift to physical education, going to the school. What I feel is that this change will I think this is a new change, and we have to embrace that new change. But there's one problem. There's a digital divide, because there are many children who have the access to internet, to computers, but there are some maybe some children who are not be able to get these kind of resources. Though government is doing too much, and now we have NCRT, we have NCRT books which are there online, and anybody can access, the school can access those books. But still there are must be some children who are maybe struggling to really get education on a digital platform. So what I suggest is that maybe we need to fill this gap, because there is no way this change will turn around. I mean that now all education is there on a digital platform, and here that will grow. So what I feel is that private and government sector of education should collaborate and come out with a robust platform for children, where they have lot of opportunities for children to learn. What is your opinion?
So Kanchan, it's a great to feel good about the presence of digital life enforced way in our daily lives due to this pandemic situation. I would also like to think that this digital education has to be built from grounds up rather than top down model. When I say grounds up, we have to think from an Indian perspective. We have to think about the government schools. We have to think about tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities, municipalities, small municipalities. The government education system does not have a great bandwidth. So the online education that anyone is trying to tap into must build some kind of a solution which works on each kind of a network, each kind of a device, each kind of the delivery mechanism. So in this homogeneous medium where we live in Google's world, we live in YouTube's world, and we also have nowadays OTT platforms, and we already have the traditional like Indira Gandhi National Open University having its own channel, TV channel for that matter. So there needs to be homogeneity in the devices. Homogeneity in the devices. What no one can ensure is the kind of bandwidth that me and you receive in our homes. Our government schools will never be able to get that kind of a bandwidth. So one solution, multiple channels, different technologies, no compromise on quality, only the medium changes. Whether it is through a radio, through a digital, through a HTML5, or a very, very 2G level device, which does not have the phone kind of features. So nowadays, when some people come, the delivery guys to my home, many times I have heard that their phone does not support that Arogya Setu app. It's a very, very small example, but it's a very, very profound in our education delivery. So me and you can develop a great content. At the same time, we are the people who know that how it can be delivered to a 2G device, 2.5G device, and a smartphone. And
Yes.
there lies the real value.
Yes, actually, what I also want to add in this, that corporate should take a social responsibility, and we should also have a right kind of teachers, or scope of right education to the children, and we should value that. And in keeping this all pointers in our mind. We are also Edify, we are also doing a bit in giving education to the children, and we have a couple of courses which you must have seen. They are good, and they are bit ahead and provide a lot of scope of learning. Maybe in the
Yes.
broadcasting, maybe we have very small courses also. So we will be
Yeah.
discussing more about this education in our further videos, and hope that people who are viewing this, and maybe after next week also, when we will be doing a few discussion on the courses, they may benefit from these courses. So as usual, it is so good to talk to you, Sitesh, and we'll see you again with the same
Thank you.
topic,
Thank you, Kanchan. I have always believed our Indian notion, the more we share knowledge, the more it grows.
Definitely, you have pointed out a right idiom, actually. So it is
Thank you.
good. Yeah. So we'll see you again with the next topic in education. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.